Hey there everyone, and welcome to our Lore Battles series, where we go into the history of different battles and ships within the Star Wars universe and test them against each other. We have a Battle of the Titans for today's video, where we're going to be testing out the Executor class Star Dreadnought against the Viscount class Star Defender. Our first combatant today is one that I'm sure that everyone is at least a little familiar with. It is the 19,000 meter Executor class Star Dreadnought. The primary armament of the Executor is its 4,000 turbo laser cannons, half of which are heavy and half of which are regular. On top of that, it also comes equipped with 250 heavy ion cannons and 250 assault concussion missile tubes, although certain specific instances of the Executor class, like the Night Hammer, were upgraded with other weapon systems as well. Another standard feature on the Executor class were 500 point defense laser cannons. If fully stocked, the fighters carried in the Executor could number in the thousands, although typically it was closer to about 144 that were actively carried on the Executor class. Much like the Venator class and Imperial class Star Destroyers, which were the subject of our previous lore video, the Executor class was also designed by Quad Drive Yard, specifically Lara Wessex. Production on the Executor class, which began with the two main ships of the line, the Executor and the Lucentia, one at Kuat and one at Fondor, was originally ordered before the Battle of Yavin. However, after the Battle of Yavin, with the destruction of the Death Star, production was sped up in order to get the ships into the front lines faster. Like many other Imperial super ships and super weapons, the development of the Executor was kept in some ways secret. The Senate in particular was given false information about the ship, where it was called a superclass Star Destroyer and listed at lengths of 8 or 12 kilometers. Outside of the lore, this was a way to retcon some of the conflicting information about the Executor's size which had existed in the expanded universe between Return of the Jedi and later sources. Some would claim the 8,000 meter length, some would claim around 12,000, others would claim the 19,000 meter length, which was later adopted as the official length of the ship. On the other side today, we have the New Republic's Viscount class Star Defender. The idea of a super ship to be designed and built by the Rebel Alliance or New Republic came very quickly after the Battle of Endor, where some, like Admiral Akbar, saw it as the best chance the New Republic would have against the other Imperial dreadnoughts that were hanging around the galaxy. This actually became a very controversial topic within the New Republic military. Some favored building something like the Viscount, others would favor a more fighter-based approach. The first few years after Endor saw the focus more on the latter approach. Even with the capture of the Lucentia, the New Republic was not very focused on building their own or maintaining their own superships. It wasn't until Operation Shadowhand and further campaigns by enemies of the New Republic like the Black Fleet crisis under the Evitha that focus would return to building either something like the Viscount or even refitting the Lucentia for active service. The biggest turning point in the debate came in the Battle of Arinda, where Aretta Bell, one of the proponents of the starfighter-focused approach, was commanding the new Endurance class carrier with heavier fighters against Gilad Pellaeon and his super star destroyers, the Reaper, the Dominion, and the Megador. The death of Aretta Bell at Arinda on board the Endurance in 12 ABY was seen as a final vindication that the New Republic did need to put some resources into developing a supership of their own. The first ship like this, the Viscount, was a smaller version of what would eventually become the Viscount class Star Defender. The Viscount itself was only 3,000 meters long, while later models, such as the Krikana or the Bounty, which served in the Yuzon Vong War, would be 19,000 kilometers, similar to the Executor, and their armament was also very similar to the Executor's, except for they swapped 50 of the missile tubes for 50 more ion cannons. Like with other Mon Calamari designs, there was also a stronger focus on the shield strength of the ship. So with all that said, I'll shut up and let you watch the battle. Alright, well, it looks like we have our winner for today. The Viscount class has come out on top, which isn't that surprising. It is a more modern version of a very similar ship style to the Executor. So if you have any suggestions for something you'd like to see me cover in a future installment of this series, let me know in the comments. Also, let me know in the comments which of the two ships is your favorite. But that's going to do it for me today, so thanks for watching, everyone, and I hope you enjoyed the video. See you next time.